Heyo! My name is Sarah, and today's book review is on The Thief by J.R. Ward, Book 16 in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. And for those of you who, know me, I am a huge J.R. Ward fan, so thus, getting into the non-spoiler portion of this review. Non-spoilers. 5 out of 5 stars. And this book's main couple is Assael and Sola, a vampire and a human romance. We haven't had that in a long time. And of course, from those of you who've been keeping up with J.R. Ward and stuff, we know that we also have some side stories as well, especially with Jane and V, who we know is going through a rough patch right now. And we get references and everything, and we are getting close to the crossover, people. So, with this being the 16th book, I can't really get that far into non-spoilers, so that's as far as this will get. So, yeah. The Thief by J.R. Ward, Book 16 in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. For those of you who are already reading this series, hurry up and get here because it's about to get intense. So, yeah. Bye, non-spoilers. Spoilers. So I'm just going to address this right here and now. V and Jane hit another rough patch. I know people have been complaining, saying how, V, I believe, is the Warden's favorite character, and she just hates Jane. She doesn't like Jane as a character. And we know that V was supposed to belong with Butch to begin with and all this stuff. And people are complaining about, they're having another issue with relationship and everything. But, yes, they get over the patch and they realize how much they actually do love each other. But in a way, it's kind of like a realistic relationship in a way because they really don't see that much of each other. Their jobs are always keeping them apart. And V, being the male that he is, can't really, give his emotional side and everything. So he just doesn't know how to express his inner self. So of course there's another miscommunication, people, and Jane goes off the deep end and everything. They have another fight, but at the end they finally talk things through and they get back together. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw that out there and just say that, okay? So chill, people, chill. We have other side stories as well that kind of ties in. One that I really hate, and I wish I could just tie him to his bed and make sure he can't escape and just set the whole place on fire. I'm talking about Throw, people, because he is learning how to use the book. I believe it's Davina's book, how to make more shadows. He's testing it out on civilians. He tried it out on the brothers, and he says, ooh, this is not going well. That's as far as I can say, because we only get maybe 2 or 3 chapters with him, which thank you. We do get 1 chapter though with Jo. For those of you who don't know, y'all should know this already, but Jo is a half vampire, half human, about to go through her transition. V could smell it on her, and at the end he finally brings it up. It's like, oh, by the way, this human is also half vampire, and she's about to go through her transition, so we gotta bring her in, everything. She's the one that's been posting all these videos online and stuff, and even though V got into her mind, she erased all those memories and stuff, we still have a video going viral with the brothers. That's not gonna be good. And we need to find Joe / Manny / Butch's daddy so he can stop making bastards. Who the hell is he? You know what I mean? We have a character that's introduced in this book. She's a human, but she gets offed at the end of this book in a spectacular way, might I say. Her name is Vittoria, and she is Ricardo's and Eduardo's younger sister. The drug dealers that try to kill Zola, but then Assael found out and he went all on them. She's in town and she's trying to, take over the family business, that kind of thing. Doesn't work out, but like I said, it's a it's interesting how she dies at the end. You're like, Sarah, what's the point of this whole character and all that stuff? Well, she introduces more of De La Cruz, which I'm happy about, people, because I have a feeling he's going to find out one day. And so she keeps talking about being a woman in a man's world and how she wants to take over the family business and everything. So, man. Moving on to the main couple of this book. Esael, having done drugs, is trying to detox, but doesn't go so well because he's been taking it for so long, and now he's in a coma, about to die. Hence, Eric and Avail, his cousins, go get Sola and her grandmother, because they know how much Esael loves Sola, and they think she will bring him back from the brink of death. So, of course, they show up, at the middle of the night in Florida with Sola's grandmother saying, we have guests. Get up. I am cooking. Hurry. And Sola's like, what are you talking about? And there's the cousins, who I love so much, especially with the grandmother, because here's this old, small woman telling these giant males what to do, and they just go like, mm-hmm. And they do what they told. They do what they're told. It's just, I love it so much. Because we all have to admit who's the real hero in this book, people. I mean, we know that it's supposed to be Esael and Sola, and I do love what happens with them. But come on. The real hero in the story is Sola's grandmother, because after she says she's not coming back to Caldwell to the cousins, she comes home the next day, next morning, after going to the groceries and shopping, and their bags are packed. And the grandmother's getting her jacket and stuff. It's like, we leave now, grandmother. We leave now. We get there by 8 a.m. No stops. Grandmother, you're right. 10 p.m. 10 a.m. And Sola's like, he's not Catholic. He will convert. That's like Sola's grandmother's biggest thing. Either cooking all the time or saying how Esael is the perfect guy for her granddaughter, and if she's trying to use that he's not a Catholic card, she's like, he will convert. Oh! I love that so much. It's like, So, they get to Caldwell right before, Eric and Avail finally feel the need to put Esael out of his misery. I'm like, whew. And, of course, we see Marcus a little bit and stuff, and we leave the grandmother there, and she's already in the kitchen making food and everything. I love her so much. We better find a way to keep her around us forever, people, because I love her so, so much. So, Esael does wake up when he sees Sola. We have, an out-of-body experience, and he's like, he hears her say, I love you, and he's like, I gotta get back to my female right away. And, he comes back. And it's like, whoa! But we got one problem, people. Eric said that he's dying of cancer, and even though he's making a recovery, Sola's in the back of her mind, it's not gonna last that long, people. It's not gonna last that long. But and here's Esael trying to keep the vampire thing away and everything. And so, we go back to Esael's house because he's getting all Mr. Pouty, saying, I want to go home. And you have Manny and Elena and Sola just staring at him. He's like, I want to go home. Thank you for Manny's sarcasm, because I love his sarcasm so much. It's because he makes a comment saying, you mean 8 hours every day we gotta check on you, blah, blah, blah. So they get home, and Sola's grandmother's cooking, and the twins and Marcus are doing as they're told, and she sees Esael, she tells him to sit at the head of the table, says, eat, too thin, you too thin, I make more food. I'm like, I love, they are as the story goes further on, even Sola and Mitch, in a way, they become the small family together, all 6 of them together in this household. I'm like, yes, y'all are the perfect family ever. So the rest of the book goes on how Esael is conflicted about telling Sola what he is as the vampire, and here's Sola freaking out, thinking he's dying and stuff, but Jane kind of slips on something, and then he tells her that he was actually detoxing, and so she accepts that in a way and so forth. But her grandma, after the grandma has a little medical issue where she passes out, and Manny just tells him, oh, she was just overexerting herself. And so it's like, she's no longer cooking. You hear that, grandmother? No more cooking for you. You are to rest. I told everyone to make sure they try to do something, do your cooking, but you're like, no. So I was like, as you can tell, like, this was a short book and everything compared to the rest of J.R. Ward's books, but I loved it. It's like character development as well as a stepping stool for what's about to come next. So, we have Rage that's like saying, it's cool if Sola figures out. I mean, my Mary was scared at first, but everything. Even V tells him, Wrath is more lenient on those rules and everything. But her initial reaction is what you expect after, he tells her all these coincidences that she's been putting aside, because we have a chosen named Giselle that comes in, and Sola thinks she's just a nurse, but no, he's been feeding off of her, and he points out all the differences that's been happening to him because they had shaved his head of the delusions that he was having, so he kept tearing out his hair. It's growing back. He was thin as a toothpick when she came. He's getting his figure back. Let's see. He's no longer short-breathed. He's getting more to himself, in 4 days. And, Sola didn't put these pieces together until he points them out. And then he shows that he's a vampire. And she freaks out. She's screaming and stuff. And after, a calm moment, she says they're leaving, her and her grandmother. Again, grandmother's the hero of the story, people, because she gets mad at Sola after making her promise that she will marry Asael. It's like, if you do not marry him, I shall die. She even says that to Asael when they have a moment. And, I love this grandmother so much because she tells off her granddaughter and tells her to get out, blah, blah, blah. I love her so much. So, Victoria's story ties into Asael's because De La Cruz picks up, footage from the gallery. She remembers Asael's face. And how this ties in is because, after Sola and Asael have a chat, saying, they're not really going to be together and stuff, he has to make a deal, introduce the Brotherhood, because he's no longer dealing arms to this person that can get them weapons, because they figured out that, earlier on, that when, a male had gotten attacked by one of Thro's balloons, that his bullets went right through it. But when V shot at it on the first night that they encountered the shadows, it disintegrated. So they found out that actually, because V had been wounded, had this mark, it disappeared when he touched some blessed water from up in the sanctuary. So they realized they gotta put more hollow-tipped bullets. So they need Asael's help. Well, they're gonna go pack up stuff and then go see the buyer because they gotta see them alone. But then Sola clicks, and she's telling him that it has to be Victoria, Ricardo's sister, and everything. And then she looks at V, saying he's gonna go get himself killed. Do you have an extra gun? Because we're not gonna let him go by himself. And it's V automatically likes this shit, people. Things go sideways. Because, Victoria recognizes Asael. She shoots him a couple of times. He shoots her back and he escapes. While V drives off with Sola, which is a bad idea, people, because she puts a gun to V's head, shoots the window saying, you think I'm playing? He hits the brakes, takes the gun, points it out, saying, you are very lucky that Fritz doesn't like having big messes to clean, such as blood splatter, or you will be effing dead. Sweetheart, don't you dare call me sweetheart! Bonded moment. And Asael shows up. But he didn't exactly kill Victoria because, a chest, caviar chest, velvet chest, whatever they call it, bulletproof vest. But he got wounded, so they go back to the Brotherhood's mansion. The end for Victoria is because, Sola's like, saying she loves Asael, she'll be with him, like they're gonna try to figure out this relationship and everything, and I'm like, yay, another human vampire relationship, we better figure a way how to keep them immortal, her and her grandmother. Well, when a male wants to avenge someone close to them, well, Sola gets her version of avenge, because she and V, without anyone knowing, especially Asael, they go back to get her car, and then V lets her drive off to where Ricardo used to live, where Vittoria is, and she puts one in between Vittoria's eyes, the perfect shot from outside. As Sola said, "Booyah, people, booyah." So we got another well-trained member, and that kind of lives with the Black Dagger Brotherhood, who can help them, especially during the day, people. It's like, oh! Two grand moments in this book, people. Because when she go fill up the water, like canteens of water, so they can start, doing some stuff, because we're going to have Fury's Chosen helping out and so forth. Well, we realized that apparently the scribe version had the book, but someone took it, so we're trying to figure out who took it. Well, why don't we ask Lassiter? Because V puts it together and it's like, she chose you, didn't she? And there's Lassiter in the sanctuary, people. So maybe he knows who took the book. Okay, Lassiter, you're being so tight-lipped when V and Wrath ask you a simple question about the shadows, and you're like, I cannot interfere with this. Well, why not? Either way, V figures out that Lassiter is now the successor to the scribe version. He has wings, yay! But then Lassiter says that the scribe version has always been with us, and she shall be, thus confirming what JR said about Boo. Because we see Beth's cat in the sanctuary looking at V after Lassiter gave him a taste of his mother's love, saying that she always loved you. That's why she didn't make you the successor. She didn't want you to go through this pain and everything. So now we got Boo walking around that mansion with V knowing who Boo really is. So that's going to be interesting. Either way, Lassiter, who the hell took the book? Okay, throw a maniac has it that's treating it like my precious. And he's making an army, and things are going to go terrible with the Brotherhood until they destroy the book. And we need to kill Throw. Okay, I will kill him for you. Just get the book and leave the mail on me. Okay, rant number 2. Well, it's not exactly a rant, but a praise. Because, Throw officially screwed himself when he killed the male that, I forgot to mention this, but went zombified on V and everything. Well, the male he kind of killed had all these blood relatives, blah, 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 and he's supposed to become a successor to this grand fortune and everything, but Saxon's like, there's a complication right there, so all the fortunes go to the second heir. And everyone's like, mother effer, are you effing kidding me? So we gotta go tell the male who's the second successor about his fortune. And Saxon and Ron go down there to South Carolina. They get a little targeted at, but they don't get shot. And the male, they're saying that, I will officially go in person to, to sign in front of Wrath. Because he's like, have you heard? I am insane. So my signature will mean crap. It's like, Saxon is like, saying, we shall call you, blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, I prefer the old way, send it by FedEx, blah, 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 and get off of my property. So Ron and Saxon leave. Who have I been saying all this time that lives in South Carolina, people? Murder! Finally, after Lovermind! We don't exactly get to see him, but without a doubt, we're gonna see him in the next book, people! Dude, you are not insane. Okay, you might have a moment, but you are not insane after Lovermind. Ever since those that invitation popped up on J.R. Ward's Facebook page spelling out Murder's name. I have been waiting for this moment to come, as you can see. I have a feeling that the next book is going to have to do with Murder and Joe, because we just had one chapter introducing her, but we had to figure out why. So I think the next book has to be with Murder and Joe, people. So yeah. 5 out of 5 stars. Completely loved it. We need to find a way how to make Sola and her grandmother immortal. There's going to be a civil war going on between Sola's grandmother and the dog, and because she said she's going to start cooking for all the brothers because they're too skinny. V's going to have to fess up to about Lassiter and the Scribe Virgin, and we're going to have to keep an eye on Boo. Please, please let Eddie and Adrian show up in the next book, because that will be amazing. How will Dog and Boo react to each other? Because we know Dog is the creator. Now we know that Boo is the Scribe Virgin, so how is that going to go? And when is Davina going to show up? Either way. Is Joe and Murder going to be the next love couple in the next book, people? It's like, So many theories. I can't wait for 2019, people. As you can see, I really can't wait for 2019. Woo! So it's like, again, I love this book. Solette and the Seal finally got their happily ever after he found out that she avenged him. He's like, he loves this female so much. We haven't had, like I said, a human and a vampire relationship in a very long time, and I completely enjoyed it because of that. It took me back home to the first few books of the BDB series. Shh, go away. So, yeah. The Thief by J.R. Ward. Book 16 in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. 5 out of 5 stars. Can't wait for the next book. My name is Sarah, and bye!